Meanwhile, you can no longer say that when Tamerlan left the U.S., went to Russia, and came back, that no one noted that he returned. Because as it turns out, according to the Boston Globe, there was one customs agent that did realize that he came back and did alert the Boston Joint Terrorism Task Force, who did not tell the FBI, who would have then said, wait a second, maybe we should talk to him again. But it didn't happen because they stopped communicating to each other.
But the alibi or the defense of that right now is that they're claiming even if they would have been notified that he was back in the country after being away for 6 or 7 months in a bad region of Russia, that even if they had been notified about that, that there wouldn't have been enough reason to go and do anything about him because they didn't have any information that he was plotting. That's the defense right now.
Right.
They didn't have any information that he was plotting anything. So that they're claiming they would not have even put him under more scrutiny had they been notified.
But I wait for the FBI to comment on that, because if the FBI talked to him in 2011 and said he's cleared and then got a call, he just went for 6 months to Russia and just returned. Where did he go? Oh, that area? That's trouble. I'd be surprised if the FBI wouldn't have naturally followed up with him.
So keep in mind, Russia contacted the United States 2 different times. First time they say, hey, FBI, keep an eye on this guy. We think he's radicalized. Second time, we get this tip, hey, pay attention. They told one guy in Boston. That one guy did not tell anybody. Human error happens, no doubt about it. But still, this is the same problem in a way, a systemic problem that we had before 9/11, where the agencies didn't talk to each other. I read online someplace, one blogger said, we should outsource all domestic terrorism intel to Russia.
Right.
They're good at it.
Well, and then just take it a step more. The anti-terrorism intelligence units in Massachusetts were apparently never notified that the FBI had originally talked to Tamerlan back in 2011. So if you can keep it all straight, let us know. The bottom line here is that there seems to have been a communication downfall here. And it is disappointing based on the fact that we thought that all these agencies were coming together post 9/11. The only caveat that I'll add to that is, can you imagine how many tips that the FBI and the CIA in general and these anti-terrorism units are getting on a daily basis, and which ones do you actually think are going to become what we ended up seeing in Boston? That's the problem here. There are probably thousands of these kinds of tips.
Absolutely, but then they have analysts who figure out, okay, and they connect the dots. And had they been able to, the guy in Boston, had he known about the FBI, he could have said, hey, did you see that? Hey, did you? And then somebody from DHS, hey, did you know he went to Russia for 7 months?
Or it's not even verbal, it's on the computer.
It's supposed to be computer.
So the White House, and you can understand, is launching an internal investigation to try to reconstruct the entire evidence, to try the event, and ask the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security to tell me what happened. Tell me why this stopped so we could try to fix it. So meanwhile, the local Boston people are ticked off, the FBI is ticked off, the CIA is ticked off, and Russia is wondering why we didn't.
And